How you doing? This is Dave Johnson, the Grill Beast. Today we're making pizzas on the grill. We're making our own crust, but you can get the pre-made crust if you want. It doesn't matter, but if you can do the crust yourself, you'll get a lot better crust. We're using bread flour. It makes a crispier crust, but you can use all-purpose flour. It just makes the crust just a little bit more chewy, if that's what you like. Okay, so we're starting off with 3.5 cups of bread flour. We're doing a teaspoon of sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 pack of the Fleshman's Active Dry Yeast. You need 1.5 cups of water, and it needs to be a good 110 degrees, which is a little bit more lukewarm. Basically, most hot water heaters are set at like 115 to 125. So if you get your water nice and hot, that should work. I don't have a mixer. I mix by hand. So whenever you do that, you just kind of, first you want to mix all your dry ingredients up. Then you just make yourself a hole and start pouring your water in. And then you want to do 2.5 tablespoons of olive oil. And then you just start mixing it up. Again, if you have a mixer with a hook, it makes it a little easier. I don't have one, but you just start in the center. You can just keep going around, dragging the outside into the center. Okay, while you're mixing it, if it turns out like it's extra wet, you just add a little bit more flour because your environment does affect the way it mixes. So, but you don't want to put a whole lot extra at a time, just a little bit extra. Okay, after you get it all mixed up, you want to just pull it out. You need to spread a little bit of flour on your whatever surface you're working on. You just take it out, kind of knead it. Kind of flip it over a couple times, just keep doing that. And then you just roll it into a ball. You get a clean bowl, put a little bit of olive oil in there. Take a napkin, kind of rub it around. Just pop it in there. Okay, then you want to cover it with plastic wrap. And you just leave it out at room temperature. So you let this sit for about an hour. You can go get your fire started, but right now, let's go cut some pepperoni. So I could be cutting this with my knife, but I can get it super thin with my slicer. And it's quicker too. There you go, all in a matter of 30 seconds. Okay, we're all ready to go. We got the fire rolling. We got the pepperoni cut. We got our marinara. We got our mozzarella. And our dough has risen. Okay, so get a little bit of flour. And it's a messy job, so there we go. Now this is enough dough to do a good 2 pizzas, depending on how big you make them. Okay, so what we want to do is kind of just cut this in half. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just put the other half back in the bowl. There's a couple different ways you can do it. So if you keep kneading it and folding it, it's going to be like a biscuit with all them layers, which is great for biscuits. It's not always great for pizza dough. So all I do is just kind of pound it a little bit. And it doesn't have to be perfectly round either, you know? Just keep stretching it out. When you get holes in it, you just patch it up a little bit. Now, you can also roll it. Get some flour on it. Kind of roll it out. It's always going to come. Keep stretching back in. Like I said, with these pizzas, you don't have to be perfectly round. Actually, that works pretty good. Okay, so if you have a pizza peel, you want to make sure it's floured up nice. Okay, and another little trick is to put a little bit of cornmeal on it. It helps the dough slide off when you go to slide it into the grill. You don't need to over sauce. A lot of people do put too much sauce. You really don't need too much. That might be enough. So let's take, this is the way the pizza guys do it. All right, it needs a little bit more. There you go. I like a lot of cheese on my pizza. Then just add your pepperonis and any other toppings you want. Now we're ready to throw this in the grill. Our grill has been heating up for a good hour, and we have a 3/4 inch pizza stone on here. It's all ready to go. I'm gonna throw just a little bit of cornmeal on there too. And then the goal is to try to get this off without messing it up, which I almost successfully did. Look, like I always say, you're not trying to be Betty Crocker. If you spill a little bit of stuff in your grill, it's okay. You're a grill beast. We let it cook for probably about 15 minutes and it should be done. Okay, this has been cooking for a good 15-20 minutes. It's looking like it's about done. We want to get it off. So, loosen it up with a spatula. And take my pizza peel. Make sure you don't shove it off. All right, here we go. I'm gonna take this in, cut it up, enjoy some pizza. Look, if you enjoyed what you saw here, make sure you like it, comment below, share it with your friends, share it with your family. That's it. Grill on.